I decided to get all dressed up this week because today celebrates the 1-month anniversary of WorldWideWitteos channel. Woohoo! Thank you, Matt. Holy balls. WorldWideWitteos. We've been on the internet for a month. What do I do with myself? Oh my god, I sound like I'm from Long Island. Besides today being the 1-month anniversary of WorldWideWitteos channel, I decided to talk about all the crazy ass theories that I had when I was younger. And I was a very weird kid. I wasn't always the tall, handsome, well-dressed boy you see today. I used to be small, awkward, and adorable. I had a lot of weird ideas about how the world worked. Little did I know these things rarely made sense at all, although some things had very strange coincidences. We used to have an old driveway back at home, and it had those 2 pathways for your tires to drive up on, with little grass in the middle. It wasn't like a solid black tar. One day my mom decided to park in the grass next to our driveway because we have some lawn next to our driveway. And I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, Mom, you can't park there, bad things are gonna happen, it's not okay! She really didn't care, and she didn't really concern herself because I was 6. No, I wasn't even 6. I was like 4 years old, and you know, what am I, just a kid making up nonsense. But in my mind, I was completely convinced that there were dead Indian spirits living beneath the ground under our house. So my mom parking on the grass was really sketchy to me, and I thought that, you know, the dead Indian spirits were going to come up from the grass where she parked and steal the gasoline from her car so they can power their horse and buggies, which were run by skeleton horses that drank oil for blood. I don't know. I'm very weird. However, the next morning, when she tried to start her car, it would not start at all, and I was late to preschool. Ironically enough, oil leaked out of her car and she didn't need to get an oil change, which was really eerie. Also, I believe there was a giant tarantula that lived under every single couch in my entire house, so if you were in the living room too long and nobody was around to watch you, he would come out from under the couch, bite your leg, and inject poison in you, and crawl back under the couch before you could kill it. And he was always waiting to kill you. Yeah. Also, I was completely convinced that the Headless Horseman was out to get me and find my head and take it away. I have a window where I have a square window and then a semicircle above it, and I was always convinced that right where that line was, where the semicircle was, he was right there. Like that was his neckline. And he was just waiting for me to go to sleep, and he would like slowly inch up and look in and just plot his revenge to kill me, and I would never look out that window. I would always face away from the window when I was younger because I was afraid he was going to kill me. That or Dementors. When I was a little kid, I saw the movie The Little Vampire. I really, really, really wanted to be a vampire. So my only idea of how to become a vampire, other than being bit by one, was to summon a vampire. So the way I did that was I took the Little Vampire DVD and opened it up and put it in my window. Just like that. So the moonlight would shine on the window and would summon Rudolph to come and bite my neck. I'm just stupid. When I was younger, I loved green apples. They were my favorite fruit, next to bananas. My mom would always cut them up for me because I had really bad teeth growing up. They would just all come in really wonky places, and it was janky, and I had a really bad mouth. But I thought there was one way to make the apple always taste better, and I would just do this. Just push it back and forth. Apples, I love apples. Like, this is what I did as a kid. When I was done, like, I would make sure I was done, I slapped it enough, shook it up, and I would give it to her. And she would cut it, and I would eat it. This is delicious. This is Matt. He's actually really tall. You can't even see him in the frame. Stay here.
Okay, bye.
Stay here. Come, Mark, you can come in.
Do we have any wonderful statements to make today?
They focused my camera.
We did do that.
I lived with them.
We also fought world hunger and cured AIDS.
They're pretty good guys.
You were asleep.